hey, I didn't know you were there. I guess good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to another album review of The Chill Dude on the Couch. Why am I so sleepy? Because I listened to the new Katatonia album.
One? Yeah. Wake up, sleepyhead!
Okay, I'm awake. I'm up now. So yeah, this new album is called Nightmares as Extensions of the Waking State. Quite a mouthful. So yeah, this album is 10 tracks, 46 minutes in length. And I gotta get the pros out of the way. There's great musicianship. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're bad musicians. They're really good. And this is an album, Katatonia had some lineup changes. There's some new guitar players, some founding members left. So this is an album where the lead singer Jonas Renkse wrote most of this album, produced, and he is also, a founding member. So this is more his baby, his vision. If you listen to Katatonia throughout the years, you would know that they have evolved. They started like more death metal, like harsher. Then they had like that goth, prog gloominess to them. So they've always been kind of like gloomy. Like I would, if you are like kind of like not feeling that great, and this is not the album to listen to.
Misery, sadness, loss of faith, no reason to live. This is perfect for you.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about all the tracks. I'm gonna talk about maybe 4 tracks that I thought were the standouts in this album for me. So, for example, I think the tracks that they use as singles were the standouts. Like Temporal, it has some good old like progressive parts to it. I was reminded of other prog bands that do this, like a Tesseract meets Opeth kind of vibes to it. Then you have Wind of No Change, which is the satanic song. I know, like all of a sudden that song, they're like, "Oh, hail Satan!" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't see this coming." But let me tell you, it's not like super bombastic. All the songs here sometimes like you think that they're gonna go full hard, but then they go into the snoozefest in most of them. But that's a standout track. Then you have Lilac, which has some good guitar parts. But my favorite track on the record is In the Event Of, which is the closing track, and I think has some great guitar parts. When they go harder, it's better. There's a little bit of sounding of orchestration in there. So I think that's the best track on the album, in my opinion, hands down. So what doesn't work in this album for me? I think songs like Fries, The Liquid Eye, Departure Trails, and Warden kind of sound like very similar. And a problem I was having with this record when I was listening to it is like sometimes I didn't know when one song ended and one song began because they were so similar. I had to check. Also, I wouldn't recommend this album if you're driving. It's not a driving record. It will get you sleepy, like I said. They also have some like electronics, like for example on the song Ekner Solon, it's all in Swedish, and there's more like electronics, which is something that Katatonia has added in their last albums to their sound, having some electronics to it. It was okay. I don't know Swedish, so I don't know what he's talking about. But yeah, this is an album that, like I said in the beginning of this review, they're great, talented musicians. But this album, like for example, on a song like Fries, it starts and you think it's gonna have a build up, but then it goes like really slow. It's like they build you up to then take you down and basically put you to sleep in a lot of these tracks. And it's 46 minutes, but it also, since it's so slow, it feels kind of longer, even though it's not a super long record. So yeah, I kind of struggled with this one, with the pacing, being a little bit bored at some parts. But there's some flourishes here and there when I would have thought like, man, that would have been better if they went on a harsher guitar part, so it would have stand out. But having so much of this album sound so similar and so linear, it takes away from the album, because I wanted it to be more pumped at times. I felt like they put the brakes too much. They should have like let go on some songs, and maybe like that way you have like the harsher parts, and when the slow parts came, like you're more, it's a good transition, but not like having a whole album where like it's almost like they're on cruise control, and this album is just playing itself. Again, they're good musicianships. I'm not shitting off them as musicians, but yeah, this one was a hard one for me. I wouldn't say it's a bad album. I would just say it's kind of boring in the end for me. So I didn't enjoy it that much, and I don't think I'll go ahead and replay this album a lot, because yeah, it just didn't do it for me. So I want to know from you, Cultures, what do you think of Katatonia-Nightmares as extensions of the waking state? Did you like it? Were you not? Did you think it was also too slow at times? Comment down below. If you don't agree with me, also comment down below. Let me know why you don't agree with me, and why maybe I should maybe give this album more of a listen. You know, this is not an immediate album release, but I heard this album the whole weekend. So I didn't review it just like, first listen. I tried to listen to it a few times to see if I would feel differently, but I don't know, I kept feeling the same about it after repeated listens. So those are my thoughts. So Couchers, what do you think of this album? Comment down below. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like, and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, Couchers, this is Hector, the shield dude on the couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you, and goodbye.